Hi everybody, it's Linda from the Crafting Depot, and I just got a set from Amazon at my door of Meeden watercolor paint set, 24 colors, and I learned about this on Diane Anton's page, and she highly recommends them. She thinks it's an amazing paint set. So I figured, you know what, let me check it out. So along with that, as you can see, it's got tubes. Does it say? Okay, let me see. On the other side, let me turn the box over. So this was, and I wrote it on here, was $18.95 from Amazon. So the other side gives you the swatches, but I prefer, it says light, fast, transparency, pigment numbers. So I'm not 100% sure what all that means. I'm still learning. Whoops, right there. Still learning. Okay, so along with this, I said, you know what? If I'm going to show this to all of you as a beginner, I should go and get myself a palette kit. You know, so if I want to take this with me. Now, if you don't have to get this, but I chose to get it so that I could demonstrate it to you, as well as when I go traveling, I can bring this with me. So I went on to Amazon, and I was looking at the reviews, and there were mixed reviews. I think this piece here comes out as a palette, and I don't know if I want to take, oh, I'll take it out. Let me take it out because I know you're going to want to see it. So this is a mixing tray, and I guess you can mix in here also, and then it goes back in there nicely, and it shuts. Now, the mixed reviews, somebody said that this tab was broken, that the box didn't come leveled. It's perfectly leveled. Mine is fine. I have no problems with it. So I'm going to open it up again. And what I want to do with you is to take these paints and put them into these wells. And then let me move this stuff over. Okay, and then what I did was I took a piece of paper from, where is the paper? Okay, so I took a piece of, because it doesn't come with a swatch card. I guess for, you know, 19, whatever I said it was, 20 bucks. I mean, you can't go wrong. That's a lot of paint. So I took out a piece of cold press, 140-pound paper. Cold press means, if you're new like me, it's got a texture to it. It's not completely flat to the touch. So I took a piece of that and I divided it into 24 squares, and I wrote down all the colors on here, so this could also fit, hopefully, might be a little bit too big to go into my, well actually it might fit actually. Yeah, it does. Okay, so it fits in here, and I would have to just turn it over or put it in the bottom just to make sure that the paints don't mix. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the paints in front of you, and let's see if we can get these in front of you, and I'm going to just put a little bit in each well, and we're going to see together if these paints are really worth it. And I have a feeling that they are. I mean, if Diane recommends them, they have to be pretty good. And I'm probably more like Diane. I'm not a realistic painter. You know, I've never been trained. I'm all self-taught. And I did have an opportunity to work with a fine artist many years ago, which I kind of wish I had been able to have that opportunity. But at the time, you know, raising 2 young children, going to school and working, you know, I would come home exhausted. So painting was not in my, schedule. Okay, so I'm just taking these colors. This is, what is this? This is orange yellow. Next one is scarlet red. And then over time, these will just dry out a little bit, and you'll just add water. So here's the scarlet red. The next one is vermilion. And we'll go over this again after I put these out. That's Vermilion. This is Crimson Red. I'll put some Crimson Red in there. And then we have Rose. Rose is going here. And close that up. And the next one is Cerulean Blue. So you're going there. And to me, it looks like a really nice set. Okay, this one is Cobalt Blue. And we're going to put Cobalt Blue over there. And you don't have to get this type of a palette. I just think it's, for me, it's worth it because I will be on the road to my son's. Okay, what is this? Ultramarine Blue. Or even if I go on vacation, which I'll be going to Europe in the end of October. So I could bring this with me. Ultramarine Blue. Persian. This is Persian Blue. So you do get a really nice set, Persian Blue. Okay, the next one is Pale Green. Now, on the previous video, I showed you the very first set. This is, you know, I have 2 other sets. This is my 4th set. So this one is Sap Green. And let's put that out. And the next one is Deep Green. Deep Green. Put some of that out. And then we have Phthalo Green. The way it's spelt is so odd. It's P-H-T-H-A-L-O. Is it Phthalo Green or Phthalo Green? Not sure. See what I mean? Look at that. Okay, that's much darker. Okay, we're going to close that up. And then we have Violet. And the next one is Brilliant Purple. Brilliant Purple. And the next one, let's see. Next one is Burnt Sienna. It's a nice color. Burnt Sienna, Raw Umber. Raw Umber. And then we have Burnt Umber. Burnt Umber. And then the last one we have is Black. So like I said, you don't need to get this type of palette. I just thought that this would be good for me to put these paints out in a tray so that you could see it, and then I can close it up and take it with me when I'm traveling. Okay, so now the next thing we want to do is swatch these out. So I'm going to, I told you what I did. I took out a piece of cold pressed paper. Yes. And I divided it into 24 different boxes. And then I wrote the names below so you didn't have to watch me do that. So now, these old bones. Okay, so now, let me make sure I have everything Let me check that again. I need to sit. I desperately need to sit. Okay, let me see if I can move this up a little bit more. And then we're good. Okay, so I have a flat brush. It's an old brush that I've had for many years. I'm just going to use that. So we're going to go in, wet the brush, and pick up some white. And we're going to put down some white. Not bad. And I don't see a lot of painters using white. I'm not sure if it's used to, I would imagine it's used to lighten things. Okay, so we got white. Let's get some of the lemon yellow. And we're just going to go lemon yellow. We'll wet the brush a little bit and bring it down. Okay, so that's your lemon yellow. Very nice, in my opinion. Okay, and then the next one we're going to is pale yellow. Pale yellow. With the brush. Oops, it's got another color in there. But there we go, pale yellow. So let's get rid of that. Go in the water. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're up to Gambosia. Gambosia. So here we go, Gambosia. I think these are really nice colors, nice paints. There's a lot of companies that are putting out very nice watercolor paints, in my opinion. Just my opinion. I mean, I know that there are the Winsor Newtons and many others. Okay, get rid of that. Rinse that brush off. Go into your clean water. Okay, so we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to make mistakes. So now we have yellow ochre. And we're going in here. Very nice. You notice I'm wetting it again because this paper is very dry and it soaks up all the paint. I mean, the paper soaks up the paint. Okay, maybe I should just like wet the paper. No, I shouldn't have done that. Not good, Linda. Not good. Let's get rid of that. All right, that wasn't good. Okay, get rid of that. All right. So what's the next one? Orange yellow. All right, let's turn this over. Let's clean that off. Okay, so we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like this. So let's get some orange yellow. Beautiful color. You know, I painted my living room yellow orange. And everybody that comes over loves the color of my place. They're all, I guess, you know, most of us paint with whites or grays. Not all of us, of course. Just some of us. Okay. Now we're going into Scarlet Red, which I think is this one. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, that would be you. scarlet red. So we're going to do scarlet red over here, and just to show you what it looks like. Very nice. And I know a lot of the artists, what they'll do is they'll put water on it and get it to lighten, 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 lighten. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to give you the color, and then you can see what happens. You know, it's always going to get lighter. But I want to show you the strength of the color. That's really what I'm doing. So now we're doing vermilion, which I think is this one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. I'm sorry for panting. I am so exhausted. I'm in tremendous pain from pushing my grand dog off of me while at my son's. So that was a lot of work for Grandma. So this one is more of like an orangey red. I can see tones of orange in here. It's a beautiful color. Different from the scarlet red, the vermilion. So now we're going to go into the crimson red. Clean off that brush, get some clean water. And wet it down. So now we're going into crimson red. Get some paint. And I have to agree with Diane, these are beautiful paints. Oh my God. For $18.95, it's a beautiful set. And you know, like the grabbies are, okay, this is from the old paintbrush. There's a little black thing in there. Okay, let's get that off. So I'm just showing you full strength of these colors. I'm not washing them out. You know, you get 24 tubes. Let's look at those tubes again. And each tube, I'm going to pull this out. Each tube is 4, can you see that? 4 ounces. So you're getting a lot more paint in regards to comparison with the grabbies. The grabbies are like a little half pan, which is like what I put out here almost. And personally, this is a fabulous bargain for anyone. $18.95. You don't even have to buy the palette. The palette is an additional $19. What did I say? I'm repeating myself. $19.95. Okay, so we did the crimson red. We're going to go into the rose. Just going to wet my brush. I'm going to go into the rose. And I'm really loving these paints. My first set of tubes, 2 paints. And you got to start somewhere, right? Okay, so this is rose. And just, okay, we're going to swatch that up, clean that brush off. And go in here. Okay, so now the next one is cerulean blue. Cerulean blue. We're going to go get that. And full strength. Beautiful. Really like that color. Really pretty. Okay, so we'll wipe that off. And then we're going to go over to here, the cobalt blue. So I'm going in with my flat brush, and I'm just going to paint a fine, deep cerulean blue. Beautiful. And let's clean off again. Get some clean water on the brush. And the next one is ultramarine blue. Ultramarine blue. Ultramarine. Beautiful. Really nice. Loving that. This is a very nice set. Clean that off. The next one will be the Prussian blue. So it looks much darker. And we're going to go in here, and it is. And as you can see, the texture of the paper, excuse me, let me move this over. Oh my God, that was so hard. Just picking up that box. Okay. The paper is very dry, as you can see. It sucks up. So this would be painting wet on dry. And I'm going to have to do a demonstration of that. I've been learning a lot. Okay, so the next one is pale green. Let's get some pale green. And look at how beautiful that is. My brush was much wetter this time. Look at how pretty that is. So pretty. And clean that off. Get some clean water. And now we're going into sap green. I love sap green. And here we go. Really pretty. So I've been putting more water on my brush because this paper really dries up. Okay, that's your sap green. And I'm cleaning off the brush. And then I'm dipping into clean water. The next one is deep green. And I have more water. Okay, so here we go, deep green. Look at how beautiful that is. Seriously, that is really, really pretty. And of course, you can make it lighter by adding more water. Okay, so here we go. Clean brush, clean water. Next one is phthalo. Now, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right because it's P-H-T-H-A-L-O green. So is it phthalo green or phthalo green? I have to really learn that. I'm calling it phthalo green. I don't know what I'm calling it. Okay, so moving along here. Beautiful color. I mean, really, seriously, something about the watercolor is so amazing. Okay. And as you can see, some of the colors up on top are starting to dry, and they still look pretty vivid. Okay, go back in. And now we're over here, and we're going to get violet. Let me see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, violet. That's violet. Okay, here we go, violet. You're a dark, beautiful, really pretty color. There you go. Very pretty. These are really beautiful colors. Okay, so let's see. The next one is brilliant purple. So I'm going to get brilliant purple. And it's a little bit lighter than the violet. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to wipe that off. And get clean water. And now we're going into burnt sienna. Burnt sienna. Right here. Very nice. A little bit more. Beautiful. Okay, I'm very happy with this purchase. I think it was highly recommended, and it was a good choice. Okay, so here we have raw umber. Raw umber is like a grayish. There we go. And this one's very translucent. Let me see if I'm... Very nice. Okay, we'll clean off the brush. And we have 2 more left. And now we have burnt sienna. No, burnt umber. Burnt umber. Here we go. Burnt umber. Very nice. And we'll wipe that off. And the next one is black. So we'll wet our brush. And we'll pull up the black. So let's clean that off. And I think I'd like to paint something. I don't know that I'm going to use all 24 colors, but you know, we could try. Okay, so this is the